All right, so today we're going to do a few things. Going to install a trickle charger connection to the battery from NOCO and talk about the mistakes I've made when I was doing that before. Also, fix the stripped screws terminals to the battery, and then give it a little charge because it's cold outside. All right, let's start. All right, first thing we gotta do is take up the seat here. There we go. Plop. All right, so I didn't necessarily show all of the things we need to do. One of them is take off the side panels. I think I showed one of them. I'm not going to show the other one because it's not really that necessary. But first we got to take out the left side, left terminal, and then negative, and then positive. We install everything back on positive and back to negative. Y'all may be able to see this, but I can't imagine you all really need to see me unscrewing, because that's all I'm doing. And replacing the strip bolt. So one thing I needed to remember is that in order to fit the bike, you need a M6. Anything over than that is starting to get ATV car level. But for a motorcycle, M6 bolts and the keylet size, the ring, that M6 is what you want. Also, and to show you the strip screw, you could probably see it kind of. You don't want a screw looking like that or you're going to be in big trouble. I'm just going to replace not only the screw, but also what was the little nut that's in there too, if I can get it out. It's a little bit of a you know what to get out. Hey, come on. There's so much stuff in here. All right, fell out. This looks like basura right now. So that's also gone. Now to the right side. All right, this one didn't look great either, you can see. And right now, it's all about fitting what we need to fit. All right, so this is the NOCO, what is it? GC002X Connect. So this has a different connection than your usual SAE connection. So something to keep in mind, you may need an adapter to hook it up to heated gear and some of the other types of battery tenders. So, but this, I have a NOCO one, and I have the adapter for my hot wired stuff. So something to keep in mind before you just go out and buy this. And these are the terminals. So you're just going to put these on like anything else you hook up to the battery. Positive first, red, black, negative last, and you're done. So my adventure is always, how do I see what I need to do is I need to do something about this right here. Damn. This goes. All right, so I'm going to be a little vulnerable here. So when I originally had this idea, I got the M10s. So that's exactly what I was saying. Don't do. This is for a car. It's not going to work. And it's not going to provide enough battery charge. It's going to mess up your whole, if you're trying to have the engine turn over, this is going to mess it up. So save this for your battery if you want it. Throw it to the side. All right, now my adventure is always connecting these. I have a power distributor, and I have this these for the lights. This somehow came off in all of my last adventures. So, as always, trying to find space by the battery is a motorcyclist's and a tinkerer's nightmare from time to time. Another key tidbit, before you get started here, actually put the terminals in this way so you can actually get them in here before you get started, because once you actually lock these in, getting the fat side through this here is going to be absolute hell. So save yourself the trouble. All right, now that these are on, positive first. So what I have in addition to the NOCO, if that's how you say it, I have also my power distributor. So I gotta put this, that's connected to my aux lights. So I gotta do that in addition to the NOCO, and then we're good to go. Now I need new bolts. So I got these off Amazon, and they should be just fine. I'm gonna slip this in first. The bottom, right in there. Put these two on top. Now it's all about the positioning at this point. So you're not bending any screws a ridiculous way. I'm thinking something like this. You can't see it, but something like this. I'm gonna have this one at the bottom. Actually, do I? Yeah, I'm gonna have this one at the bottom, this one on top. And usually you want, in terms of power, that's how you have to think about it from the battery up. And since this is going to be used to charge the battery, I want this a little bit closer. Closer to the source. Boom, there we go. In here. In here like so. There we go. Now, time to screw it in. And not split the screw, because that's the whole reason why we're here today. There we go. Come on. Now let me just double check I have everything I need on the positive wire before I get too crazy. And I do. Not to split the screw, it just has to be hand tight. You don't need a drill. That would be overkill. make it hand tight. And we should be good to go. So here, I have my power distributor here. Power distributor, the battery, tender, everything else right here. And that should be, we should be good to go. Now to the other side. All right, same thing over here. Same thing over here. I just need to, this is from the power commander. So this is important. And the power distributor also has a negative connection as well. So those are two. And then I have, if I can find it. Where'd you go? 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 There we go. And I have this as well. So the order of operations I'm going to use here is NOCO, power commander. Last is the power distributor. Sorry, I can't get you any closer here to actually see it. But really, the order of operations I'm using, that's what I'm going to do here. And then it's just really screwing it on. Not much to it. But first I should probably put the block in. All right, my screw. I decided to use an M6 20mm. It's nice and long. It's going to go all the way down. Less things to worry about. Top. Next in line. And last. And in we go. The issue with the MK Designs side panel here on the left is that it has this bar that kind of blocks my vantage point. And it does not make it easier to connect. There we go. It is in the hole. All right. Now, for all the motorcycle tinkerers out there, everyone needs a long screwdriver. All right. Let me see if it's catching. It is. Perfect, perfect. Let me give you another view. So the idea of getting a longer screw is that you don't have to try and hold it. The stock ones, they're too short. So you kind of have to hold it while you twist. And that's not really efficient. Here, with a longer one, 20mm, you can just throw that in there and start spinning. So that's why I did that. We're hand tight. It's hand tight, folks. And we're done. Firmly secured in there. Can't move it. Perfect. And the good thing about these come with a nut washer base as well. So Amazon for the win. All right, so one of the other key things to do is actually to secure it to the bike. So using some sort of tie. I usually use a heavy duty tie up against it, and that works perfectly. I think I want it like that. Slide it over here so I can cut it later. Make sure it's nice and tight, but not too tight. It's hurting anything. And I think that's perfect right there. I don't need it anywhere else. They had it usually at the bottom here, but just keeping it on top, it has a nice cover on it, so I don't have to worry too much. I think that's where I'm going to put it. So now we're good to just put everything, all the panels back on, and we're good to go. There we go. Boom. Easy. Done. I'm going to cut the wire. Not the wire, I'm going to cut this off here. And then we're going to just use it. So you see the connector here actually is not the SAE. It's its own little, it has its own connector circle and looks like a pentagon. Very different. All right, so I use the NOCO Genius. Look at my shiny exhaust. Yes, be jealous. I use the NOCO Genius 10 AGM function. And on these cold days, especially with this being outside, this really helps. Eventually, I'm going to put up a apartment series of what it's like to actually own a motorcycle at an apartment and not have a garage. And key materials is this, an extension cord. All right, so once this bad boy is hooked up, you will see that it has this, since we're outside, it's very faint. That's on. I'm going to plug it up. When you hit mode, it's going to go through these different modes. Since we have the AGM battery, that's something I put in a little bit ago. That's what we're going to use. And now we're just going to hook this up here. And it should work just fine. There it goes. All right, there's the red. It is on, let me see if I can even see. It's on AGM, 12 volt, and it's giving it some juice. All right, so I use the NOCO Genius 10. Not sponsored by anything, just this is what I use. It's pretty versatile. Connects here. And it's going to go to green once it's done. So this is what I do in the wintertime. All right, folks, so that is the video. And look, it's already at green. So that's how you charge your motorcycle. Charge the battery. And you do it in an efficient way. And you use some good products. There's other things you can use. Oxy, was it the Oxford one? I used to have that. No issue with it. But NOCO it's kind of a better ecosystem of wiring, extensions, and a lot more useful to bring around. So that's the video. Hope you all like it. Comment, what do you use when you're charging? What do you do on for taking care of your motorcycle and your battery, especially if you live in an apartment like me? So hit us up down below, and we'll talk soon. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. But also, if you want to see more about mods and things that I've done to keep the maintenance up on this bike, hit this playlist over here.